This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from Houston. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark it down at the 39. Good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On the bootleg, Stroud. And the Rams got They bring him down. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Stroud on third down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Mecole Hardman, 33 yards. And the Texans are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They're going to look to throw. Oh, no. The first throw of his career is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now 2nd and 3. Another carry for Pierce. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Stroud to throw it. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Samson Abukum in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Stroud looking to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Samson Abukum in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal. As Stroud now to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before you get the first down.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Let's go now.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw here. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready?
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They'll look to throw again. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. This is taken at about the 14. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball. So they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the break, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
And we pause for an injury here. It looks like it's Keenan Allen who's in some pain down there. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Ready, set.
This is 2nd and 8.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Throwing now is Stroud.
Eluding the pressure right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Come on.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Mecole Hardman.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Texans 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 3.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burke. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Ready. Bronco 80. 70 Ranger. Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hurt. Right there, hurt.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Akers. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. To the right side and caught by Dell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Okay, ready?
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Take down
as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 28-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
He'll look to throw. Try to find Cup, but it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Roll. Check go.
Hand off right side to Pierce.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Runs over it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
111 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jaron Kearse in on the tackle. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
They need 18 yards here on third down.
Unlock line.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, Let's just say it's been unusual.
Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Mustang 19.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
$35 yards that time on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
Pushing through the contact.
134 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go again with Pierce. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Slot man moves right.
And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Pierce now up the middle.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Now a handoff for Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce, 26 yards. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the jump.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Well, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now. And all they can control here is how their final plays develop. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Hold the ready.
The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 63 yards. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Alert! Alert!
Give left side for Pierce. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Boy, 194 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Give to Pierce.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
This is Pierce.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
79 Broncos. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Trap 50, trap 60. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A gain of 37.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Three. Warriors 70.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Let's go now.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Dragon 60.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Get it.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week.